Hey y'all, it's your girl, Tay Flowers, Tay Creative. I am doing a video unlike the ones I normally do. This is different for me because it's not that I don't profess my faith. I believe that I avidly tell people that I'm a Christian, but this one is very different because this is the first prophetic word that I am doing, and I am dating it back to the Bible. And this is a word that I actually got a while ago, but I guess I was too timid and apprehensive to release it. But now I'm in a position where it's just like I would be doing myself a disservice if I wasn't being obedient. And two, I would be doing everyone else a disservice if they did not hear the gospel of Jesus. So with that being said, I am going to tell you what it is I read and my own interpretation of this. Because y'all, one thing I know how to do is read something and be like, yo, I think this what God is trying to say. So like, I know how to apply it to modern day life because I be applying it to my life all the time. And when I tell you this word is so good. So the title of this video is You're Getting Back What You Owed. Okay, what you are owed plus interest. Because baby, I don't know if you know some people that owe you, but I do. And by the time that they come back in and give me what I'm owed, baby, you got to come back with interest. So the devil, he has to come back with interest. And let me tell you why. So I was reading 1 Samuel, and I was reading how the Philistine people, is the adversary for the Israel people. And I was reading how the Philistine people ended up going into Israel and taking the ark of God out of Israel. First and foremost, you don't steal from people. Second off, you don't take what's not yours. I mean, yeah, that goes to the first point. But two, all right, keep playing with God and you're going to see what happens. So basically, they ended up voyaging to Israel, taking the Ark of God and bringing it back into their land, the Philistine people. And then not only did you take what was rightfully someone else's, and put it into your own possession, in your own land, they ended up putting the Ark of God next to their idol, their God, lowercase g. So they had they had a temple where of course they worshiped their God and had made an altar for him, and they placed the Ark of God near this idol, right? So if this wasn't a clear indication that maybe you should give the ark back, or maybe should have never taken it to begin with. So they ended up placing the Ark of God next to this idol, and then the idol falls. Not once, but twice. And if that wasn't the clearest indication that, yeah, y'all might have messed up, next thing you know, an outbreak breaks out amongst the Philistine people, and they end up getting what I now know, because I looked it up, is commonly known as hemorrhoids. God was giving these people hemorrhoids. I'm talking about you can't use the bathroom. Now, what is like, you know what I'm saying? God, he be funny sometimes, because it's like, you could have broke out in some other disease, but you chose hemorrhoids. And think about how discomfort that is. You ever get sick and then you lose your sense of smell and you're just like, wow, I appreciated when I could smell. That's almost the same thing. I appreciated when I was able to efficiently use my butt, and I can't use my butt no more. God's funny. But next thing you know, the people end up going to, I guess the ones that ended up taking it and was just like, no, we have to give it back. We're hurting here and this doesn't belong to us. God is punishing us. Their God is punishing us because, of course, they worship something else. But their God is punishing us. You need to give it back. But they came to the conclusion that they were going to give it back. But before they could, they had to give more than they took. They had to give back what they took, but they had to give interest in what they took. And this is what I mean by the devil has taken so much from you and he has to give back more. So what the people ended up doing, and it was called emeralds, they ended up kind of basically giving them gold nuggets, no pun intended. And now that I think about it, maybe this is where nuggets come from, but they ended up giving them gold nuggets in resemblance to the hemorrhoids that they had, basically. And they ended up putting it on this, I don't know what those things are called, but let's say it's something that you can carry into the land along with the Ark of God. So they placed it on this almost like altar type of thing that they could carry back into Israel. So they ended up giving them gold nuggets along with, other things, amongst other things. But, the people of Israel were so delighted when they ended up getting what was rightfully back in their possession. But mind you, while they were away, and while the Israel people are not in possession of what they once had, they are now learning to live without the thing that God even gave them to have in their possession. You see, the thing is, though, the devil likes to swing something in front of your face like, aha, I got what you always wanted, but I want you not to fear the fact that it is in his possession, because what I realize is when we are living without the very thing that the devil has stole from us, we are now learning to live without it. And it has its pros and cons, but the thing is, as long as we live without it, we are actually becoming people who naturally have it within us to be that thing, rather than worshiping something that is external of you. You are now building yourself up to be the person who would naturally even align with the very thing that God is placing in your life to begin with. He gave it to you so that way you may have a glimpse of what it's like to live with it. And then when it is outside of your possession, again, the devil thinking that he got one on you, right? While it is outside of your possession, you're actually learning to live without the very thing that God is already going to give back to you anyways, because what you do not know is that when something is taken from you, it's eventually always going to come back to you, and it's going to come back to you with interest. But in that time when you do not have that very thing that is owed to you, you end up becoming the person who would naturally align with that thing to begin with. In this example, right, you're an affluent person, or you were an affluent person. Someone ends up stealing some money from you. Now, this person skips town, you're calling them, hey, where's my money at? They're not answering, all these other stuff, right? Now, you can go out, waste your energy to find this person to get the money that you got back, and waste your time in between, already still losing more money, because now you're in a position where you're going backwards. You're retracting from the thing that you once lost, right? So you can go out, retract backwards, and go after what you once had. Or if you're a real hustler, you're going to go out there and make more than what you once had. And now you're becoming the person who one knows the adversity of living without the thing after having it. And then two, you also now have the strength built upon the very thing that you ended up losing, because now you're just like, you know what? I don't need that. I can go ahead and make it again because it's not on me, it's in me, right? That is this very thing. The enemy has taken so much from you. He has taken so much from you, and he has dangled it in your face saying, haha, I have it. But what you don't know, what the enemy takes, he must eventually return, and he has to do it with interest. So when you went out and you ended up getting more money, right? And you doubled it, now you got even more blessings. And you want to know why those blessings end up coming at the time that they did? Because now you're the person who is equipped and is the person that would even align to have as much as you do, and to live with the very thing that God has destined you to have. And it will come at the right time. And when it comes, it's not like you're fiending for it. It's not like, oh yeah, gimme, I need it. Now it's just like okay, put it down. You're not so crazy for it, because now it's not outside of you, it's in you.